It's WATAH time! Oh, I just got done taking a shower and now I'm all up in my snuggly clothes. I could take a nap right now. I could go to bed right now. You know that moment after you get out of the shower? And I know that this doesn't happen for everybody, but it definitely happens for me. And I know there are others like me because this world is far too small for me to be the only one. When you get out of the shower and there's that split second where it's like, I could go to bed right now. You know, you're like, all right, if I stay awake, I'll feel refreshed and excited to continue my day. But if I go anywhere near my bed, it's game over. I'll climb in bed and be asleep for the rest of the day, you know? So I've learned that I shouldn't take showers in the morning because the second I'm out of the shower, I'm like, all right, cool, let's go back to bed. But if I take a shower at night, then it all works out. I could go to bed. That's not a big deal because it's nighttime and that's when people sleep if they have normal job cycles. So, you know, it tended to work out for me. It has tended to work out for me recently. And also, you know, then your sheets last longer because you're not sleeping in them with sweat bodies. But most of the people that I know completely disagree with that and I don't understand. Most of the people that I know are like, nah man, I take a shower in the morning, wakes me right up. I'm like, dog, you crazy. I do not understand that at all. I go in the shower and I'm like, it's so warm and comfy. And then you get out of the shower and you... Actually, no. I will back this up and say, when I lived in Oregon, when I was living at home with my family before I went to college, when I was living at home, it was always so cold in the house that you would take a shower like as hot as you could get it, right? So that hopefully it would get down to your bones and your body would just continue to be warm afterwards. You take a shower as hot as you could get it and then come out of the shower and it was so cold that it was like, nope, I'm awake. I'm wide awake. But I don't get that feeling here because it's never actually cold here, you know? So, yeah, I would agree with that from when I was younger. But even in college, not really. But again, like, in dorms you don't have to pay your electricity bill, right? So you're just like, I'm just gonna bump this up, make it a little warmer in here. And you had heated blankets. That's what I did. Once I first started living out on my own and had to pay all my bills, it was like, all right, I'm not gonna bump up the heat at all, but what I am gonna do is I'm going to have a super sick heated blanket. So I would wrap myself up in my heated blanket like all day on the weekends because I was like, I'm not leaving. It's too cold, man. I'm not leaving. Just wrap up in my blanket, get my work done, work on my projects. Oh man, those were good times. Those were good times. I've actually been thinking about college a lot and I don't know why. I've been reminiscing about college a lot because it's not like I don't love my life right now. It's just that sometimes I reflect back on college and I'm like, man, life was so, like, I was so satisfied with the simplest stuff. You know, just curling up on the couch, watching TV with a cup of coffee was like, the best feeling in the world because college is just so hard and monotonous at the same time. You just like those moments when you can just curl up and be like, oh, I've got my coffee. It's freezing outside, but I've got my coffee and I've got my blanket and I've got good friends and TV. Like, this is all I need, you know? It's good times. It's a simple life. A simple, wonderful life. But I don't have to be in college anymore, and I am so okay with that. I am so, so, so okay with that. Oh, man. Today was podcast day. I don't think that I said that yet. Today was podcast day. Everything went according to plan for the most part. Co-optional podcast happened as it always does. TB showed up in a bathrobe and I was so tempted to go into my kitchen and find whatever the loudest food was that I could find so that I could just be like, oh, is this the unprofessional podcast? All right, sick. Then I'm just going to take advantage of this and just like chew as loud as possible. It would have been amazing. But then we did Manga Pod. Yoku couldn't be there because of work, because he's like all fancy and stuff. Daz is on hiatus. And then we decided that we were going to ask Angie if she wanted to be on because X1999 is one of her favorite manga ever. So we were talking about it around her, and she was like, oh my gosh, that's one of my faves. And we were like, do you want to be on it? She was like, oh my god, so excited. But what we didn't realize was that there were going to be so many problems with Skype and Angie. So, like, a while back meaning like this morning, she texted us and she was like, yo, can I do this from my iPad? Because I have Skype on my iPad, that's normally where I use it. And we were like, I don't see why not. Like, as long as we can see you, as long as it has a camera and we can hear you, then it should be fine. And she was like, awesome. So we all get onto the Skype call, and it won't let us see her. And we realized the reason is because iPads are not considered supported devices. So you can't be in a group call. You can be in a normal call on Skype, but you can't be in a group call on Skype on an iPad. So she had to switch to her laptop, and she was like, all right, I'm gonna do this, it's fine. So she found her laptop, opened it up, and could not find Skype anywhere. So she was looking for Skype for a really long time, and then she was like, screw it, I'm just gonna download it. So she goes to download it. The download's taking forever. And then, what else happened? Something else happened, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, at a certain point it told her that she needed to update, that's right. We like finally got it working, and then it was like, you need to update your Skype, and she was like, ah! It was just the silliest combination of things, and we finally got on there, and then, yeah, I was kicked off a couple of times. I keep, every manga pod, I feel like I leave at a certain point. That used to be Yoku. Yoku used to be the one who did that all the time. But now it's me. Now it's me who just, like, pieces out on manga pod. Which is fine. Which is fine, I like, don't even care. But guys, Peaky Blinders is a great show. I know this is totally off topic, but seriously, you guys should all watch Peaky Blinders. It's so good. It's about an Irish gang in England, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. It's got Cillian Murphy in it, and it's got Sam Neill in it, and it's just, mwah, I love it. It's so, like, engaging for me. Like, every episode. I was trying to watch it while I was working in the living room. I was like, oh, I can do dishes and, you know, have Peaky Blinders on off to the side, but I was literally just, like, standing there at the sink just watching Peaky Blinders because I was like, I don't want to miss anything. What if I miss stuff? It's very silly. But yeah, I highly recommend that show. It's pretty dope. Alright, I am going to play a little bit of Dragon Age before I go to bed, but I hope you guys have had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye!